everyone. Welcome to another edition of Southside Speedway Illustrated. As you can see, Yvonne's back. A little touch of the West Coast there with him, that San Francisco boy image. Yvonne, welcome back.
No, man. I told you I was in Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
Just a buzzing.
Feeling good. I looked over all my signs, and tonight, 1 minute. Hey, tonight we got a special cosmic bet here. You see, we're betting the beard. And we're betting the beard. That's right. And yours is coming off.
No way, man. Yours is coming off. I told you before this.
Dude.
I'm taking the odd number cars like Lockhart, guys like that have been so strong all along. And you got the even number guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, between the Aquarius age being that this is August and this is a strong night for Aries, Taurus, and Leos, I figured...
Shane's a Leo.
Well, you're reading the wrong book, man. You're not reading what I'm reading. Anyway, I'm going with an even card tonight, and I'm going with Bugs.
Well, regardless.
Bugs is...
Bugs is an even number car, 04.
Yeah, but that's not even in the Chinese...
Well, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to lose a beard tonight, and it's going to be Yvonne because he's got the even number, guys. I'll take the odd numbers. And also, of course, Jerry is back with us once again.
Jerry Garcia.
No, wait, man. Jerry's gone, man. Jerry's gone, yeah. Jerry's over with. History.
So which Jerry are we talking about?
Sorry for all you Deadhead fans, but Jerry Reed, man.
Oh, Jerry, my brother.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll be back with all that plus a whole lot more as we talk to some of the drivers who are running up front and they're charged for the championship in 1995.
And we're going to take a look at what their signs say as well.
At the end of every rainbow, you'll find your local short track. We'll be back with more Southside Speedway Illustrated after this.
Bugs' sign is high today. Big win for Bugs. And welcome back, everybody. Peace. Welcome to our Jerry Garcia special. Okay, Jerry's not here at Southside, but his spirit is. In the meantime, we're going to talk to some guys who are going to try to get all their cosmic energies together because you see, the Charger division, for example, has a 40-point lead between first and second place, and that's as big as it gets. And normally this time, both physically and cosmically, there's usually someone running away with a division, like maybe Shane. But that's not happening this year. Well, Freddie and Jerry get the lowdown on the top two runners in each of the divisions to find out what's it going to take to win. Me, I'm thinking signs. I'm thinking astrology. I'm thinking gingerwood. I'm thinking tofu. But not these guys.
Welcome back, Yvonne. We understand you went out to the left coast, and when you left here, you took a full deck. When you came back, you're one card short. Also, we understand there was something going out there that was a little au naturel, but we'll get into that just a little bit later. Meanwhile, in the Charger division, we've got the biggest point lead of any division out here. Michael Greathouse holds that. He won last week. He also has the rivalry going with Mr. Skelding because they did come together a little bit in order for him to get into the lead. What's it going to take to win this sucker?
Well, just be consistent every week like I have been the whole year. I mean, Brad's not going to roll over and play dead. I mean, I know he took a hard hit last week. You know, we was racing. I mean, it's just racing. I mean, we got together a little bit, you know, and as far as I know, he lost it going down into 3, but I know he's not going to roll over and play dead by any means.
Well, Bold Duck is lurking around in the background, too. He's Rookie of the Year before, won the championship last year. He's only 6 points out of second. Do you fear him coming up and putting together a string?
Oh, most definitely. I know he's been a little inconsistent, but he's been out here the past couple of Tuesdays practicing, and I'm sure once he gets his car dialed in, he'll be right back up there up front winning, I'm sure.
I bought a new tire again tonight. Oh yeah, all is legal. Yeah, I just keep buying tire, you know, maybe I had the wrong set last time or something. And last week I had a flat tire right at the start and make me hit the wall, you know, but.
So you've had some inconsistent runs this year for sure.
Right, the last 3 races, you know, has been, you know, very bad.
And did you actually say that Jerry is the devil? Jerry is the devil on TV?
No, I never say that.
That's what I saw on the screen. Thank you. We'll watch him as he chases down the leaders in the points battle in the Charger division.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Right now, all we can do is go back to what we've been doing, which is hopefully start winning, but we got to shake this car out a little bit. It's still got a little bit of work to do, but yeah, it's a tight race. We got 8 races. I hope for the best.
Qualifying tonight wasn't the best for you either, was it?
No, again, the car's a little bit different. But I'm just so happy to be back. You can't believe it compared to where we were last Friday. So I can't really complain. 5th place is good right now, and let's see how the race goes.
All right, from Brad Skelding, he had a lot of work to do after last week's crash, and they got the car back. He considers that a miracle.
Here they are, the 2 lead contenders in the Grand Stock points. Bobby Curtis, driver car number 15. Billy Morris, 7, car number 7. Lucky 7, I guess it is. It's been 14 wins this year. Bobby, can you chase him down? Can you get that points championship from him? It's only a 36-point advantage even after all those wins.
No, I'm back in 6th or 7th right now. I don't know what I can do.
Oh, you mean the car's in 6th or 7th?
Yeah, well, that's the way I qualified.
That doesn't mean anything. He's right behind you every week, isn't he, Billy?
He's telling a fib. I tell you, I got a little insight tonight. I got to drive his car, so I know what he's got for real. Now my feelings are hurt.
Is he that much better than you? Car-wise?
It's pretty stout, I can tell you that. Of course, you know, I weigh a little less than him, so when I drove it, it was a little loose, but it's got plenty of power.
Are you going to have to win the rest of them to take the championship?
I'm going to have to finish in the top 3, or I'll be in trouble.
So Bobby Curtis, Billy Morris, we watched them in the Grand Stocks tonight at Southside Speedway. The lead 2 contenders, only a 36-point separation.
The mini stock division has only got 4 points separating Mr. Chris Phelps and Mr. Tyler McRae. This battle is going to be tough all the way down to the end. Chris, come in here. What can you do to hold on to your lead, slim though it is?
Changed my luck. We've had awful luck. It's one of those things. It's the mini stock division. Tyler had bad luck at the beginning of the year. Now we have bad luck. So it goes down to the end, and that's just the way it's racing. It makes it fun, makes it exciting. So we'll see who can make it happen.
Tyler, you got the pole tonight. You're starting from the point, and you've got the lead. So, I mean, he's got the lead. Sorry, back that up. Chris Phelps has the lead. What are you going to do to catch him?
All we're going to do is run as hard as we are every week. Come out here, it's our 3rd pole in a row. Try to make it our 3rd win. Give it our best shot. We got 5 wins. Looking for another one. Always looking for another one.
Guys that sit 1st and 3rd in the late model points, Franklin Butler and Bugs Harefield. Franklin's first, leading the way. Bugs not that far back, just keeping an eye on the guys up front. Franklin, it's a few weeks left in the season, about 7 or 8, and what is it going to take to hold off these guys behind you? Some real experience back here.
Well, it's going to take a whole lot of luck, I believe. You know, they've both been track champions, Shane and Bugs both. Awful hard to beat week in and week out. And luck plays a big part in this game, you know, so we're going to have a whole lot of luck, and maybe they'll get a war going or something, and that'll help us out too.
Now, earlier in the season, Franklin told us the track championship doesn't really mean that much, but it's got to mean a little something when you go after sponsors or possibly a future career.
Oh, it does. Money-wise, it don't pay nothing, to be honest with you. Just to wear a track champion is what you're looking at. It could mean anywhere from $1 to $1 million. Who knows? But the money-wise out here, it's not worth battling for the money, but it is for the world champion.
Now, you've had a couple of rough weeks. Can you put your act back together, get on that rail you were running about 5 weeks ago, and chase these guys down?
I'm getting rough all over, ain't I? He's just got me by a whisker, but we had a couple of accidents here the other week, and last week it was my fault. I got into Shane, and and I elected to go to the back. I mean, there's nothing else I could have done other than they could have. I was hoping they'd put him back where he was, and I'd have been more than glad to go to the field. I think I could have avoided it a little bit better, maybe jumped on the brakes or something, but I didn't. But Franklin's awful tough. He's consistent. Plus the fact is I got to like this guy because I got insurance with him.
Well, keeping it all in the family, I guess, out here in the racing community. But Franklin, it's only a few weeks left. What goes through your mind when you get out there on the track for these last few weeks?
Well, I tell you, I'm really trying to not think about it. And if we can just come out and run consistent like we have been, the points will go fall where they want to fall. And like I say, it could turn around. They've had bad luck the past couple of weeks. If we have a little bad luck, then we're behind them. It doesn't take a whole lot. It's so close right now. And, we just want to come out and run consistent, maybe win a couple more races, and whatever happens, going to happen. We would like to have it. I can't lie to you. You know, it'd be great. It's like Bug said, it's the prestige of the thing to put on your resume. We're all going to try to move up and do more things with racing, but we'll see what happens.
The quest for the 1995 championship continues, and the chip wars continue here at Southside Speedway. Wise and hers.
I'm not knocking Shane out this week.
Ready for Bugs tonight?
Carrying a big stick.
Shane's carrying a big stick, but you're chasing Franklin in the points quest.
That's right. We're 8 points behind, but now with the new point system, with 50 points goes to the winner. You know, we got a lot of racing left. We got some double point races coming up. We got some twin races in the same evening. Anything can happen.
Now, usually by now, at least in the last couple of years, you about had it locked up, but not this year.
Well, you know, we've locked it up in a couple years past, 1 or 2 weeks into the to go in the season. You know, we haven't quite locked it up this early, but we had a comfortable lead. I think last year we got a 30-point lead on Eddie in that 200-lap race, so he had a flat tire. It was just unfortunate for him, but, you know, we've had a comfortable lead going into the last few months.
Is it some advantage for you to have already been a champion going into the closing weeks where it's not that big a concern with you, or is Franklin, it has to dwell on his mind a little bit more?
I don't know. I'm sure it is dwelling on him a little bit. You start thinking about it. Myself running behind in second place, second, third, doesn't matter. It's only winning that people are going to remember. So, you know, I can pretty much run wide open, don't have to run conservative. Franklin's got to be, you know, looking at the points and thinking about it, I would think.
Shane Lockhart, two-time defending champion here at Southside Speedway, and he goes after him from second in the point standings.
By the piece that even with 6 weeks left to go, it's anybody's guess who's going to end up with a championship. But there's some guys who have been here all season and really don't have a chance for the championship. Guys who busted their rear end, spent some of their own money as opposed to sponsorship money to get out here and make it happen every Friday night. These next few minutes are dedicated to those guys.
Nice y'all to stop by. One of my favorite spots here. Anyway, tonight's trivia question and a chance to win 2 tickets to Southside Speedway for the next event. In 1988, a driver from outside the Richmond area won the late model championship. If you know who it is, call 256-9008. Be the first one, and you'll win 2 free tickets to next week's event. We'll have more when we return with Southside Speedway Illustrated. Okay, guys, this is it. I want you to black flag the 04, black flag the 95, and if I'm in the lead, be sure you hold up everybody else behind me. Use plenty of move-over flags. Have you got it? Have you got this, guys? I hope you get it right this time. Oh, see, it's a pretty popular spot down here. Remember that number, 256-9008. 256-9008. Who was the 1988 late model champion? He was from outside the Richmond area. Call us. Now let's go to my favorite part.
0098.
Balduck and Greathouse would lead a field of 22 chargers to the stripe. It wouldn't take long to see Brad Skelding's luck was still the wrong groove, as he took several shots after being spun in turn 4. Cliff McDaniel would suffer damage after losing a wheel and tagging the boilerplate just after the return to green. The other drivers would use the loose wheel for a hockey puck during the race back to yellow. After a short caution, the action returned with Mike Hall charging into the top 5 and Tommy Tatum ducking onto pit road while running third. Balduck would keep a point until the remaining circuits were completed, with Greathouse 4 car lengths back in second. Ricky Sanderson, Hall, and R.F. Mooring rounded out the lead pack. Now we'll look at your AED point standings in the Charger class.
Val Balduck, Santa Cruz Alzura read your palm earlier, and he foretold a victory and also a little problem for Brad Skelding. It all came true, didn't it?
Yeah, everything he says, I guess, is a good palm reading.
But you had a dominant car tonight. You've been inconsistent in the past. Tonight, did you feel like you finally got something back under you?
If I was in the second place, I think I would never get 77 because it would have been hard to pass. He is as fast as me. It's just on the restart, I think I get him on the first lap, and then after that, it's stay about the same.
Well, with Brad's finish, this will probably put you in second place in the points going into next week. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good, but I'm a long way from first place.
All right, there he is. Laval Balduck won the Charger race tonight and tightened up the points battle.
For the second week in a row, the Bear pair, Billy Morris and Glenn Jarman, set on the front row for the Grand Stock feature. Morris jumps out front as the shoving matches start behind. Robbie Langford and Worth Red would be in a side-by-side battle for the 5th spot when the first caution fell. Bubba Hubbard would get spun in turn 1 as drivers shot through the grass to avoid the contact. Hubbard would discuss Clinton's new nicotine laws, Jerry Garcia's death, or either the facts of why he was spun with Bill McGonigal during the caution. The two drivers would make contact again during the first lap of green in a melee on the front stretch. Wayne Hicks would show heavy smoke after the green return. In the pits, the crew would go to work extinguishing the fire under the hood. Morris again made it look easy as he cruised to win number 15 over Jarman and Langford's race to the stripe. Worth Red and Dave Lingerfeld rounded off the top 5. Now we'll look at your AED point standings and the Grand Stocks. Number 15 breaks your own record.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't really think this was possible. You know, I have to thank Gene Berryman. He stuck with me. He's really the only crew I got. I got Kevin Newbill. You know, he helps when he can. He works late at night. We don't have a big crew, and you know, the Bear, they've helped me. You know, it's not like everybody thinks they pay all the bills. We work hard, and Jerry Lawson, he helps us also. But I tell you, I just like to thank all the fans. I know they don't like to see the same person win every week, and you know, and I understand that. But I want to win. That's what I come for. You know, and I'm just glad, you know, we broke the record.
Robbie Langford, a tough ride out there. You tried to split the Bears and you couldn't quite do it at the end.
Lap calls every week. They don't pay no attention to the flag.
They don't pay any attention to the flag.
Move over flag. They move up, down. You know, what can you do?
Yeah, it was a tough deal, man. Me and Bill were side by side, and his car looked like it was pushing real bad, and he got loose and ran in the side of me and spun me out in front of everybody.
So what were you discussing under the caution with him? Talking about going out to have drinks afterwards? Or?
Yeah, basically, I just want to know why. I mean, I drove him clean on the inside, lap after lap after lap, and then he's going to take me out in front of everybody from the outside. It don't make sense.
How about the melee on the front stretch and the restart? Was that an intentional shove or just one of those things?
I didn't even see what started. Everybody stacked up, and we were just there. I was just trying to get through that, turning every way I could.
Bubba Hubbard sweats through another night here at Southside Speedway. Points contenders Franklin Butler and Shane Lockhart would make up row number 1 of the 19-car late model field. The top 2 would run wheel to wheel for the first 4 circuits until Butler slipped coming off turn 2, handing the top spot to Lockhart. Bubba Urban and Wayne Grubb were fighting it out for third as Bugs Harefield closed in from behind. After a couple of quick cautions, the top 5 would consist of Lockhart, Butler, Urban, Harefield, and Grubb. Caution would again fall on lap 48 as Scott Willingham erupted and dropped fluid in turns 3 and 4. The top 5 would stay in order until Rusty Wood made his way around Grubb for the 5th spot. Lockhart scores the win and tightens up the points battle. Butler keeps a consistent 2nd spot, followed by the remainder of the field in the late model feature. Now a look at your AED point standings in the late models.
Yeah, we were all right there together. We're a little too tight tonight, but after last week, we'll take it. I mean, we got in the rack down at 3 and 4 and had to put half a snout on the car and a whole tail clip on the car. I just like to thank my crew, man. We've worked, I mean, some nights we worked till 4 o'clock this morning. They still all got up and went to work. So I really like to thank them this week for making this possible.
Bugs Harefield, good run to 4th. It's not exactly what you wanted, but the 4 of you hooked up in the top 4 in points, finished in the top 4.
No, it wasn't 4 of us hooked up. They look like innocent people up yonder, but they're cheaters. I mean, I'll tell them, I'll tell everybody. You know, I still like them as friends and all, but all 3 of them cars never bought the tires here tonight like I did. I run an honest 4th. I bought my tires off the truck right yonder. I qualified on them, and that's where I run. I run just as good as anybody could with them on. And all 3 of them tires right yonder were soaked this week. I guarantee it. And I'm not complaining or nothing, but, I mean, next week everybody will have to buy the tires off the truck, and then you're going to see a different winner. I can almost show you.
That's Bugs Harefield. He's the tire police chief of Southside Speedway. He's going to make sure of that.
Well, Shane, a couple hundred hard left turns, and you find your way into victory lane.
I tell you, it's been a long time. I don't know how long it's been since we won. It seems like forever, but the car run awful good, and the guys worked on the car all week long, put the car back together. We come back at it. We didn't touch anything all night long. Car run real good. I could run on the bottom, run on the outside, anywhere I wanted to, and I'm just real thankful and supportive of the guys behind me. I couldn't do it without them.
Now, complaints from some of the other drivers further back, not to mention any names, but said the tires weren't bought here at the track. The top 3 had tires that were bought away from the track, possibly soaked maybe.
Well, I tell you, our tires aren't soaked, and I know everybody's going to say, yeah, that's hard to believe and all, but they're not, and I'm one of the biggest supporters for buying tires off the truck. It keeps everything equal, and there's no need to worry about it. You can just put that one variable out to side because we've been running all season. We have for the last few years without soaking tires. Back I think 90 was the last year they allowed you to soak them, and we haven't done it since then. That might be hard to believe, but that's the truth.
Shane Lockhart picks up 2 more points towards his quest for the 95 championship. Well, as the top 5 roll into tech, or top 4, I should say, let's go upstairs as we get a chance to see Yvonne and what he's doing now after this win. Tony Oakley of Durham, North Carolina cruised to an easy win, nearly lapping the entire field in the MAMSA feature, the only run for the MAMSA series at Southside Speedway during the 1995 season. MAMSA, the Mid-Atlantic Micro Spin Association, had 10 cars strong for their first appearance, and it was a good battle, 3 wide in many spots, but it was all Oakley for the win.
Freddie, what about this?
No, Vaughn. The 60s are over, and so is that Jerry Garcia celebration, so I want it all. No strangers to the front row. McRae and Phelps would lead 12 mini stocks to the green. Craig Gunn would start 3rd in his 2nd run of the 95 season. Randy Dean would loop his ride on the first circuit as the field work turned 2. Robert Johnson, Berkeley Tate, and Jason McPeak would all make contact during the aftermath. McRae, Gunn, Phelps, and Pam Mays would lead under the green. The top 4 would stay in order to the finish, with Dave Vaught rounding out the top 5. Now a look at your AED point standings in the mini stocks.
The mini stock winner Tyler McRae, who's won his 3rd race in a row, is now tied for the points lead with Chris Phelps in his 3rd pole in a row. Man, you're on a roll.
Yeah, man, it's got to be great. The car's handling great. All the crew, they've been working hard. It's been fun out here at all competitors all year long. Craig gave us a little run there. We had a great car, though. We always will have a great car. We're working on a new car still, trying to get it out here probably Tuesday. Practice, we can bring it out here one week, maybe, thinking about a little prettier than the Pinto. But she gets up and rolls, and I like to thank my sponsors, especially Tri-State Electrical Supply. They've been behind us 100% this year. And
most likely make every race from here on out. Just I had a long time getting it together, just a little busy. Other than that, it's together right now. So long as it don't come apart, we'll be here.
Phelps and McRae, look out. This man is gunning for you. Well, now that the racing action is wrapped up, let's go up to the executive bathroom and see what Yvonne may be doing.
Yvonne, sorry about the loss, not for Bugs and Bubba, but have you seen your face lately?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna miss that beard. Anyway, what's up for next week?
Have you ever seen a hippie cry? You got one right here, tie-dyed. Next week, the same goofballs. I mean, everything's going to happen next week that happened this week, but maybe some different winners. Late model Charger. No special features? Do we know if there's a special feature? Are the modifieds back?
We're having the Jerry Dubberly story next week.
All right, Jerry Dubberly, number 32. Check that out.